Okay, so here we have drawn a consumption line and we have taken one consumption schedule. Okay, you note down this schedule. Now see, two columns are there, income column, consumption column. Now when income was 0, still consumption is 100. Why? Because this is A. This is A. When income is 0, consumption is A. Because C equals to A plus BY, put Y equals to 0 here, C is A. So here C is 10 means it is A. Now how to find out B from here? B is what? MPC, marginal propensity to consume. That is delta C by delta Y. Okay. So delta C, let me write. See, delta C is 75, delta Y is 100. Okay. So what is B? Delta C by delta Y. So it is 0.75. So B is coming here 0.75. This is MPC. That means every time income is increased by 1 rupee, the consumer increases consumption by 75 paise. I repeat, every time income increased by 1 rupee, the consumer increases consumption by 75 paise. That is MPC. Now, Pranav, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You tell me what will be the consumption function by putting the value. C equals to what? You tell me.
So can you repeat, sir, your voice? So just
What?
the second part of the sentence.
What will be the consumption function for this schedule? For this schedule, what will be the consumption function?
Sir, C equal to 10 plus 0.75y.
Is it 10?
So A is 10, sir.
A is 10. Look at that table.
No, sir.
A is what? What is the value of A?
100.
So
100.
1 second, sir. A is 100.
So actually for this schedule, C is equal to 100 plus 0.75y. I have written it here. C equals to 100 plus 0.75y. So this is the consumption function. So you know now how to find out consumption function from a schedule. Okay? You know it. Now the ulta thing is your just opposite thing you practice at home. Okay? That is your homework. What will you do? I am writing a consumption function for you. Consumption function is C equals to 50 plus 0.5y. You make a schedule with 5 entries. Is it okay, all of you? Varun, Pranav, I can say Mohak, is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is your consumption
Yes,
function.
sir, understood.
Now you have to make the schedule, okay, with 5 entries, and the schedule can be anything. It might differ from it might different for different students. Okay, so do this. It is your homework. Now from this table, we find out APC. How to find out APC from this table? We are you also can do on your own. Make another column to the right. Make another column to the right and write APC. The heading of the column is APC. Okay. Now keep on calculating C by Y. For the first, what will be the value, Barun? For the first?
So not defined.
Undefined. So we will put a dash, and then it will be 1.75. It will be then 1.25. Then it will be 1.08 and then 1. This. Now you see, as income is increasing, APC decreasing. So we proved that Keynesian psychological law of consumption also. In the right. We proved here MPC remains constant. If you calculate, you make another column over here and calculate MPC for each and every level, it will be 0.75. So MPC remains constant. Because on the assumption of constant MPC, we have drawn this. So obviously MPC will be constant. So that is okay. Basically, it is universal. But we are calculating APC over here. See, as income is increasing, this is decreasing. APC is decreasing. So that is what we have discussed under Keynesian psychological law of consumption. MPC remains constant and APC decreases when income increases. Okay. Now let us talk about some empirical facts. Empirical facts. You know, where did he get this idea? All of a sudden, after Great Depression, all of a sudden Keynes gave us an idea of this. Now this is human psychology. Human psychology, why? Because when our income increased by 100 rupees, we don't consume the entire 100 rupees. We keep something for our future. That is called savings. So now delta Y, the change in income, now split into two parts, delta C and delta Y. Yes, we can write it like this. Yeah, this is the expression. Delta C equals to delta Y equals to delta C plus delta X, because some portion of increased income is spent, some portion of increased income is saved. Now why? Because to secure our future. Now country to country it varies. Now India is an underdeveloped economy. So our future is not secured. We do not have social security after our retirement. Okay, that what other developed countries are having. So we need to secure our future on our own. Government is not doing anything in this particular area. So now we will save more. So our saving propensity, which is called thriftiness is higher than the thriftiness of a person living in developed country. So they spend a lot because they know their future is secured. They are insured with their social security and all after their retirement. So in case of yes, you are saying
So I have
something.
one question.
Yeah. Ask me very quickly because I am recording this.
Yes, sir. So in India, most people are very poor, so they don't have enough money to even eat proper food for a day, sir. So
No.
how will we be saving more?
That we are not discussing only. You are not getting my point. This is for a society. We are writing an equation for that. So that is for a particular country, for an economy. So in case of India, it will be like this. Maybe the MPC is 0.5. Okay. You try to understand the tendency and propensity. Actual thing, it is a theoretical concept. Okay. When income is increasing, that increased income, what proportion we are going to spend. Okay, but generally the underdeveloped country, you are right. But though their income level is low, so, okay, that they mainly believe in their autonomous consumption. That is not a topic of discussion over here. Okay, here what we are discussing, please concentrate on that. When income is increasing, what will be the reaction of the consumer? Okay, so when is it clear? Yeah. So
yes,
when
sir, got it.
now in developed countries, their propensity to consume is higher than our propensity to consume. Now, see. Now see, Kuznets, a renowned statistician in 1950, Kuznets, his name is Kuznets, Kuznets, Kuznets. He surveyed on US economy and he had done a time series analysis on US economy, and he actually found, you know, correlation, regression and all these things. I taught you correlation in class 11, that kind of regression. I probably gave you an idea, but right now it's not possible for me to explain again the regression, though it's not there in your syllabus also. But see, from that correlation we can always trace a line. So that line is consumption line, a linear relationship. You know, correlation is also a linear relationship. So that Kuznets actually proved Keynesian law of Keynes' psychological law of consumption, okay, by time series analysis. So that is now it is a fact that when income increases, marginal propensity to consume remains constant and average propensity to consume decreases. Okay. Now let us do some kind of mathematical jugglery. Okay. Now we all know that, you must have written also, delta y is equal to delta c by delta s. If we divide both sides by delta y, so we get 1 equals to MPC plus MPS. MPS is a new concept, it's same as MPC. That was the marginal propensity to consume. This is marginal propensity to save. So see, now we got an expression like this expression, MPC plus MPS equals to 1. Okay, it is actually an identity, but always it is true for all the values of MPC and MPS, because MPS is always 1 minus MPC and MPC is always 1 minus MPS. Okay, so this is an identity kind of thing, but still I am writing that in equation form. Now we can write that MPC equals to 1 minus MPS and MPS equals to 1 minus MPS. Always this is true. This is always true. Because B, that is MPC, that, see, use your common sense. B is MPC and we know the range. It is greater than 0 but less than 1. So that means, okay, it is a fraction. Now if it is a fraction, the residual of 1 has to be MPS. Say this is 0.8, it has to be 0.2. If it is 0.5, it has to be 0.5. If it is 0.2, it has to be 0.8. So that way, that is why I am saying that it is an identity. Okay, understood? Tavis, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Tavis, you joined so late. Why?
Sir, I was having some internet connection problem. Then I saw Zoom. Then I joined, sir.
Okay. Now I am writing C equals to, sorry, you all write Y equals to C plus S. And we divide both sides by Y. We all know from aggregate supply equation that Y is always equal to consumption plus saving. Y, again, same thing. The residual of consumption is saving and vice versa. If my income is 100 and I spend 80, that means I am saving 20. It is obvious. This is obvious. So this is the equation. I am dividing both sides by Y. So what I am getting? I am getting 1 equals to APC plus APS. Another one. So we learned two things today. One, first expression MPC plus MPS equals to 1, and the second expression APC plus APS equals to 1. Okay. These two things we have learned today.